Hi, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Apologies for the gravelly voice. I have had some sort of horrible cough, throat, voice thing for the past couple of weeks, and it's lingering on. I sound a lot better than what I did, but I still feel like I sound gravelly, so apologies. I thought for this video that I would just show this little location pencil case, which I've been loving. I do have a bigger pencil case, which I took abroad last year. Slightly different contents to what's in it now. I've added some different things in, but it was quite good. I just packed it in the case and then, sat on the balcony and drew and various things, and I would probably take that out if I was taking a slightly bigger bag, if we were going somewhere for the day, say to a National Trust property or to the coast or something like that, and we were going for the day and I was taking a slightly bigger bag, I would take the bigger one. If we're just nipping out and about, not for very long, or just for a little walk, or to a cafe or something like that, I've been enjoying just popping this into the bag that I've been taking, which is a small bag. And I've also been taking a little sketchbook about this size. This is not like a traditional sketchbook. This is actually a plain notebook made from recycled coffee cups that I bought from a bookshop in Durham. So it's like recycled paper, so it's got that slightly off-white colour. It's got a little bit of a texture to it, so it's not fully smooth and it's not very thick. So I'm not going to be using a lot of water. I just want to get like a quick sketch down, or that's what I've been using for if I've been sat in a cafe doing a little quick sketch of people, because I'm trying to practice that a lot more, or just getting a slight impression down of what I'm looking at. So I just thought it would be nice to show you what I've packed into here. So I've put some new additions in. I just thought I'd go through it very quickly because there's not a lot in here because it's not very big. This is actually really why I bought it, was so if I wanted to take both pencil cases, or wanted to take this with a slightly larger sketchbook to carry around, this actually does fit perfectly over the Cara size Pitt sketchbook. It would probably go over the Lumia sketchbook that way as well, but I thought, it would actually fit on this brilliantly as well. But I don't know actually if I will take this size sketchbook out with me. I'll see. I might progress onto it. I'm quite enjoying this small size for now, and I've repurchased a slightly smaller Pitt sketchbook as well, which is smaller than this one. So when I finish this, I'll probably move on to that, unless I do decide I want to take the slightly bigger one. But it all depends on what bag I'm taking with me. I don't really want to be carrying heavy things around with me if we're going out for the day. Again, depending on what bag I'm taking. This is quite nice because it actually would just fit in, like a handbag, a small handbag, if that's what you're taking, or a crossbody bag, whatever it is you're taking. I use a very small rucksacky thing, so at the moment, but it would fit in a very small crossbody bag, which I like to use as well. So it's just a nice little handy size. There's not much to it. Doesn't feel heavy. There's nothing to this, so it's quite nice. This I bought from Cult Pens. It's a Midori pencil case, and yeah, let's have a look what's inside. So not a lot. Got some pencils. I did have a pencil sharpener in here, but I decided to take the pencil sharpener out because I thought, well, I'll just sharpen the pencils before I go, and then really probably, fingers crossed, won't need to sharpen them when I'm out and about. So yeah, I didn't see the need to carry a pencil sharpener around, and I don't have a rubber in. The only eraser or rubber, we'll call it, that I probably would put in because it's nice and compact is something like this, which is the Tombow Mono Zero. But again, I'm not really that fussed if I don't take it. If I make a mistake, I make a mistake and I'll just cover it up. So I have a water brush pen. I want to get some more water brush pens. I have a couple of them that I just use for water, and then I've got a couple that I've put ink into. I would take this out, but it doesn't fit in. I probably would like that, but it's quite chunky. I have managed to fit that in if I want to take it, so that might be like an optional extra. This has just got what's in this? Little Matty from Diamine is in here, which is quite a nice dark ink. So pencil wise, not that much. I love a multicolour pencil, a magic pencil. So I've got this one here. It's not my favourite one. My favourite one is, I've talked about this before, is this one, the yellow one, which I'll just put over here. But I like this one as well. So I've got that in, you know, if in doubt, crack out the magic pencil, because it just, for me, I personally feel like they just make sketches look really good, even when they like not. For me, I'm just going to sharpen this while I'm on. So I just feel if I use a magic pencil, like it just looks better than what it would with just a normal pencil. But that's just my little thought. I have a dark indigo for like line work. I like that, and that's the Caran d'Ache Luminance. These are the slightly smaller ones. Lightfast, Urban Lightfast Mars Black, great again for line work. I have got a graphite pencil, but this is the Pitt Graphite Matte. I really like a matte graphite pencil for sketching. So this is the Faber-Castell Pitt Graphite Matte, and it's in the 8B. I bought a set of these a few years ago, and I really like them. They go up to something like maybe a 14B or something. Yeah, I've got a 14B here. And yeah, I really like them for sketching. So I thought it comes in handy if you just want to do like a pencil drawing. It's a really nice dark graphite colour, and it's matte, because I don't really like the shininess sometimes that comes with graphite. So that is really handy. I have a random, which I might take out, to be honest, because I don't think I would need it that much, but we'll see. A pink white luminance, which I think I put it in because if you colour over like the indigo, you get a lovely like blue colour, and if you colour over the Mars Black, you get a really like nice shade of brown as well. So I think I put it in there for options of layering, but we'll see. I have got Illuminance Ultramarine Violet, which is becoming a favourite of mine because I really love this kind of bluey, well, it's not blue, it's purple, but bluey purple, pale bluey purple, with a Luminance orange, or orange in general. I really like it, and I like layering it up. These particularly because this fluorescent one gives a bit of a resist, so you get a nice sort of texture with it. So I've got that one in there, and I've been using it not just with the orange, but it's quite nice with like a beige as well. So I've been enjoying this. So that's Ultramarine Violet. I'm saying it's a bluey purple, but it's like a pale violet lavendery colour on the blues, and I like it because it's on the like paley blue side, if that made any sense. This is the Lagami Life is Better in Orange fluorescent. Love it. It gives quite a bit of texture, so again you could just sketch in this if you just wanted to use one pencil. You kind of get like a really deep, you can get it very light, you can go press a bit harder, but it's not like a soft pencil. It's quite hard, so you don't get that like lots of pigment payoff with it, but I do like the colour of the fluorescent orange with it. Then I've got two water soluble pencils. I've got a Derwent Graphitint Midnight Black. So this just gives you an option, I guess, of, again, you could sketch just with the pencil, or it gives you the option to have something water soluble as well for sorting different. And then this is lovely. This is a really nice colour. This is the Caran d'Ache, sorry, Museum Aquarelle, which I find really hard to say sepia 10%, which is a gorgeous like warm grey colour. Even though it's a sepia, I really like it. And it's like a watercolour pencil, so you can wash it out as well. Right, I've also got one brush pen. I'm not quite sure where I put this in, but it's quite nice to have an option, I guess, of a brush pen. This is the Caran d'Ache Fibrello, I think I'm pronouncing that right, brush pen in 186, I think it is. And I just thought it's quite handy, maybe for skies, sea, shadows maybe. And this is water soluble as well, so it gives you a bit of an option for water solubility. Is that even a word, water solubility? So other things that I've added in, I have struggled, I'll say struggled, that might not be the right word, but watercolour. I love watercolour. I had quite a bit of watercolour. I've sold some of my watercolours, but kept the tubes that I really liked using the colours of at the moment, because some of the colours that I had I didn't really use at all, so I couldn't see myself really using them. So I did a bit of a cull of the watercolours that I had, but I've kept these little tubes of the colours that I really like. So I put one of these in when we went out the other day, and I thought, why don't I just put the rest in? Because then it actually just gives you that option of adding a bit of colour. There's no rhyme or reason to any of, like, I'm not building a colour palette with any of this. I just like using them. So I wanted, you know, I like the dark indigo for line. I like a magic pencil. I like Mars Black. I like the graphites. And then I love this combination. And then I wanted some water solubility. So it's just kind of like, it's not like I'm building a palette with it. And I'm not thinking particularly where I'm going and what kind of colours I'll need, because I'm just sort of thinking, well, I'll just use what's in there. So it might not be the best way to think about it, but it's the way I've done it. What I put in the other day was a green watercolour, because we went somewhere where, like, we went to a big park that has like a lake and loads of ducks and things like that. And I thought there's going to be a lot of green. So if I did want to draw, I haven't got anything green, and really maybe I should have some green. So I put a little green watercolour in, and actually it was quite nice. I think it was this one. Yeah, it was this one, the Schmincke Green Earth. But I actually thought I'll stick in the little tubes that I've got, because then I can just use them out and about. You know, and they might come in really handy, because also don't really need to take a palette, because all I did was just put this on the page, on the other page, and then just use the water brush to put them on. So like that one there is Green Earth, so I just got my water brush, which I've got here, picked some up, and then just smushed it onto the page. And I thought, you know what, why haven't I thought this before? Because actually it's a very quick way to get you know, the colour down, soft colour, and then you can draw some line on top of it, etc. So that's what I've done. I've pulled out my little watercolour tubes, and I thought, well, this would be a way of using them, because I don't reach for watercolour really on my desk. I've used it a little bit recently to create some little character faces, which I'll show you. This is a spoiler for a video that will be coming at some point. Let me find them. So I have used some watercolour here when I've been creating these, and I've been using not my little tubes, but I've been using even this palette that I created a long time ago. So I've been using these, but they're not things that I reach for all of the time. I'm trying to reach for them a little bit more, trying to use them a bit more. It's understanding for me, because I do like watercolour and I was using it, but I've moved on with what I'm doing and moved on with my mixed media onto different things, and I'm really enjoying what I use at the moment. And I struggle to incorporate watercolour into mixed media. Basically, I struggle with it. Anyway, so that was my little bit of a ramble about watercolour. That is Schmincke Green Earth, so I've put that in there. I've got a Winsor & Newton Payne's Grey, which, love a Payne's Grey. There's quite a lot come out there. Love a Payne's Grey. This is a very bluey Payne's Grey. I'm just going to put, oh, it's very sticky. Look how lovely that is. That is, I mean, look how rich of a colour that is. So that's going to be handy. And what else have I got? I've got, Holbein Grey of Grey. This is a gorgeous grey watercolour. This is a perfect sky colour as well. Like, really perfect sky colour. Sorry for any background noise. Really perfect. Look at that. You know, like that kind of pale sky that you get, where it's kind of not cloudy, but very grey blue. Perfect for that. So that's Grey of Grey, brilliant grey colour. I think that'll come in really handy. Then we've got, oh, I love this type of colour at the moment. This is like peachy. This is Naples Yellow Reddish by Schmincke, and it's just a fab colour. It's a bit like, I don't know if I want to pronounce this right, like a Joan Brilliant. I love that kind of like very pale peachy orange colour. That will come in handy. So that's Naples Yellow Reddish. And then I've got 3 more. See if I can fit them in. I've got Schmincke Green Umber. That's a lovely colour. Goes really well with the green earth for getting some like greeny, if you were like painting maybe a landscape, sketching a landscape, I'll say, because I'm not going to be like painting. So this one is Holbein Artist Yellow Grey. Which is a lovely colour again. Got room for one more. And this is Schmincke Sepia Brown Reddish. What I kind of thought is, even though I've just said we struggle with watercolour and struggle to incorporate it, and yeah, don't really see me using it much, but what I did think was, at some point, not anytime soon, but at some point, it might be quite nice. That's a gorgeous brown. Might be quite nice to get the odd little bright colour, watercolour, in a 5mm tube, so I could swap in and out these out of here. So, but I'm not, well, I guess before I do that, I want to see how much I use them, and that I am using them before I buy any more of them. That is the most sensible thing to do. However, are we always sensible with when it comes to purchasing art materials? No, we are not. And I'm sure a lot of you who are watching this who are obsessed with art materials like me will agree that we just sometimes get carried away and want to buy all of the art materials, even though we don't always use all of the art materials. So there we go. That is what's in my small pencil case. I really like it. I really like the pencil case in itself. It's got these little pouches inside, so this little pocket in there, so you could put like a rubber pencil sharpener. I did have a pencil sharpener in, but I've taken it out. Got these little place to put you know, you could put some nail colours in there, or you know, things like what I've got here, like little inks or something. And then you've got this. Now, what I will say is some of the pencils, you know, like it's not very, like, you could do with like an extra like centimetre or something on the end of it for like longer pencils. However, I did think, obviously the more I use them, the smaller they're going to get. And what I did think was, I mean, that I struggled to get that in. That is the struggle. What I did think was, I will just put smaller pencils in. So, you know, when I get favourite pencils, they get to about this size, they fit in fantastic, which is good. So that's the contents, including the water brush, and then you can see I can fit in this. If I wanted to take that, it would fit in quite nicely. There's still room for a little bit more actually in there. You know, I could still fit something like down the middle there, maybe a couple of neo colours or whatever, but it's just nice and compact. I'm really happy with it. I think it's really good quality. You can see what's in it, which I like, and yeah, so and it fits around a sketchbook. So even if you just wanted to carry a sketchbook, you could strap this to it and away you go. Very, very useful. I'm happy with that. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy the content. It really means a lot to me. And I will see you in the next video. Hopefully not with a croaky-ish voice. Hopefully I will have got rid of it. Anyway, take care everybody, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.